Sounds good? Send me the contract and invoice and I'll be signing up. The first time you hear this, it feels like you just saw a miracle, like you just won the business game. But it's not that easy to reach this point. In today's video, I'm going to tell you how I got my first client 1 year ago and how you can do that today. When we started out, our main niche was solar panel installers. We decided that we want to focus only on these, especially now at the beginning. So what we did is we got all the phone numbers and all the emails of all the companies that do this inside Bulgaria. That's where we are located right now. And we started cold calling. This was the thing that we saw on the internet. That was what all the gurus were preaching, cold calling and emails. So we had to try the cold calling. We're 3 partners, so we split up all the numbers between us and we started all the different calls. Now you can imagine, especially for all 3 of us, we've never done cold calls. It was a pretty pleasant experience, let's say. We learned a lot. We got a lot of times where people shouted at us, people who screamed at us, but nonetheless, we still managed to get our first client from a cold call. One of the cold calls went very well. The person was pleasantly surprised. They were just now looking for a marketing agency, so you can also say that the timing was right, that we had some luck. So that's how we got our first client 1 year ago. But I really believe that this approach is no longer working, and it wasn't even working 1 year ago. We just got a little bit lucky. I'm confident to say that. And maybe there are people out there who are still making it work, but I really believe, especially in the marketing industry right now and the whole agency space, due to all the people who have joined this space and due to all the bad actors and all the bad reputation that agencies have gotten, it's a lot harder to make a sale through a cold call. And it's not like we haven't tried also in different countries. We've also tried in the UK, as you can see here.
We've had a lot of people like yourselves calling. We've tried it once and it cost us a lot of money and didn't get anything from it, so I'll leave it for now. Thank you.
But what was the result when you...
To take on any more work.
Oh.
We're so busy at the moment, so you're wasting your time.
Your digital presence.
No, you're all right. Thanks a lot.
That's all right. Thank you.
Okay then, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Now, of course, we did have some luck. It wasn't only calls like this. But still, I really think that nowadays people are really hesitant to use marketing agencies. The moment on a cold call when you say marketing, it's like they just shut off. They're like, nope, I don't want this. And why do you think that is? Usually it's because, especially in the UK market, it's because people have already tried with some marketing person or marketing agency. They have gotten bad results and now they're very hesitant to use any kind of services in that area. They would rather just do recommendations until the end of their business rather than just going out and spending some money on ads. Okay, so you might say that cold calls, yeah, they might be dead, but what about emails? Emails, I think that there is a chance that they could work out. We have sent probably thousands of emails in the UK alone. You can see some of the results. We also got some positive results, of course, just like with cold calls, but none of these positive results really led to anything major. Yes, we did get to a couple of discovery calls, we did get to a couple of offer calls, but nothing too major. Again, I really believe that it's very hard, especially nowadays, to convince someone through email or to cold call to start working with you. It is a numbers game. Yes, I do agree to that. If you're making 1000 cold calls every 2 weeks or 3 weeks or etc., of course you will make it work. But would it be because you're very good at cold calls or because you got lucky? Because the person on your other side is just right now looking for a marketing agency, or they have never worked with an agency and their mind is still fresh about having an agency work with them. So it's really about thinking if that's the best way to do it. I know there are many other videos out there. I know the SMMA space, everyone is preaching cold calls, cold emails, DMs, that everything is working. Maybe that's the case. Maybe we still haven't figured out the best way. I'm talking from my experience. Of course, that may change in 6 months. Maybe in 6 months we'll be doing cold emails again, and that's how we will be generating all our different clients. But in any case, it's all about you and finding the best way that you can do it. If you're someone who cannot do cold calls and have no experience in cold calls, yeah, maybe for the sake of it, for the sake of learning sales and learning cold calls, maybe you can do it. But if not, you should do something else instead. I really believe nowadays in a different kind of method that has been helping us out a lot, and it's all about 3 different key components. The first one is about showing that you know your stuff. You need to show from the beginning that you know your stuff. Because as I said, agencies right now have a bad reputation because what usually happens is that they overpromise and they underdeliver. There are so many crazy guarantees out there. You get 10 leads in 3 days, you get 30 leads in 3 days, or you don't pay. Guarantees like this nowadays, I don't think are working anymore. Or if they are, and if people are really listening to these guarantees, what kind of a business owner do they think they are? That you manage to convince them with a guarantee. Who can guarantee that something will happen? Especially when it's about marketing, especially when there are so many other different conditions that can apply. I know that if you have probably read Alex Hormozi's books about $100 million offers, then you would know that guarantees are very important. But think about the marketing space. I mean, this book hasn't been written exactly for the marketing space. I'm sure that many other spaces could work out. But we need to think if this will work out in our case. And I really think that showing that we know our stuff is more important now than ever. And then on top of this, we can also try to provide some free value. Who do you think would spend 5 more minutes per each lead just to provide them with more value? Not many people, right? It's all just better to just pick up the phone, cold call the next person, and then hope for the best. Why not just spend 5 more minutes per each lead, and maybe instead of reaching out to 50 leads per day, just reach out to 20 leads per day, but provide them with free value. What would happen when someone gets free value? The first option is that they will just totally ignore it, which is fine. They will probably ignore you on a cold call as well. Okay. Second option is they get this free value, they use it, and they thank you about it, and that's it. The conversation ends there. But still you had a positive interaction. And then the third case would be they like the free value, they see that you know your stuff, and then the conversation is a lot more warmer when it comes down to you trying to convince them to become your clients. There is one main problem about showing that you know your stuff and about providing free value. It means that you really need to know what you're doing. There are lots of people getting into the SMMA space or the digital marketing agency space who don't know anything about service delivery, and they just think that just like that they will build a business that will be running on autopilot and that's it. This is a fairy tale. If you see people who are trying to convince you that this is possible, they're most likely selling you a course or some kind of a different program on some kind of a mentorship or whatever. It doesn't work like that. No business that is worth it will work out like that. Trust me. And then the third component of what you should do instead of all the different cold calls and emails and etc. is to be transparent. It's crucial nowadays. You are new, you're still building up your business, and it's okay for people to know it. Don't you think that the business owners that you're contacting have also been in your shoes a couple of years ago? Don't you think that they will understand that when you're trying to build your name, they were also the same a couple of years ago, and they would really feel the empathy? And when you put it like this, when you tell them, yes, I don't have any kind of experience, but by working with you, I can build up my name and I can build up my reputation and I can grow. And if I fail, it could really mean that I fail with this business and I would get no other clients at all. Don't you think that business owners on the other side would get into your shoes and really understand your situation, and this would increase your chances of signing them? I believe in the end, you need to find a way to be different than all the others. If all the videos that you see on YouTube are about cold calling right now, and that's the hot trend, let's say, then what happens is that everyone is cold calling right now. So you're competing with all these different people. If everyone is saying DMs, then that's what everyone will be doing. So try to do what's not trending right now. You don't have to follow all the trends that are going right now to be successful. You can also find your own way and sign clients. This will separate you from all the different agency owners, and that's how you can have success. And now I have a question to you. What is the next topic that you want me to discuss about building an agency from zero? I'm totally transparent. I really believe in transparency. Just like I outreach to clients and I'm transparent, I also want to be transparent with you. So pick any kind of topic, leave it in the comments below, and I'll make sure that I make a video about it. If it's not worth it for a video, then you'll definitely be getting at least a comment from me. So I'm waiting for your feedback. Make sure you join this journey. I have nothing to hide. All I want is to separate myself from all the others who are average, and I want to make sure that I achieve more than them. Remember, whatever you're doing, you should never settle for average.